Hi everyone, happy Marine Science Monday. This is Ashley. I'm an environmental educator for New York State Parks, Long Island region. We're here today at Sunken Meadow State Park to look for some seashells along the shore. We have the beautiful view of the Long Island Sound today. So most of our North Shore beaches, they may be rocky, but that doesn't mean you won't find a variety of shells in the mix. We may collect shells for our personal use, but it's important to realize that these once belonged to animals. They're fascinating, and they come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. These shells act as an animal's home that protects them from harm. For most animals, their shells have grown with them their entire lives, but for one marine creature, they take the empty shells that once belonged to others and make it a home. And this animal, hopefully we're going to see a little later. I'm sure at one point or another you all have wondered what something was that you've come across on the beach, or you found a shell and you wondered who actually lived in that shell at one point. So join me as I take a walk along the beach here at Sunken Meadow to see what we can find. So here we have the shell of a slipper snail. These are probably the most common seashell found here at Sunken Meadow. They are marine snails. You'll find these snails attached usually to rocks or other hard surfaces at low tide. Most times they're still alive, so if you find one that you think is alive, just throw it back. It's also common to find them attached to the shells of horseshoe crabs too. You often find several of them stacked on top of one another. Lower ones are the females and the higher ones are the males. And actually all of these snails start off as males, but some will change to become females as they grow older. They're also filter feeders too. This is the shell of a razor clam. So they get their names because they look like an old-fashioned razor, but you can't shave your beard with this. They're often found buried in the sand, away from obvious view. And if you watch the sand at low tide, you'll often see water squirt out. This can indicate a razor clam or another type of clam is hiding beneath and either burrowing deeper or moving up to the surface. Razor clams have large, strong foots that allow them to burrow deeper and quicker than most other clams. They're very good at sensing when predators are above too. Here we have the shell of an Atlantic oyster drill. So they may be small, but they are mighty predators. These snails get their name because they literally will drill holes into oysters to eat them. All mollusks except for bivalves like clams and oysters have what's called a radula. And this is kind of like a set of tiny teeth that help the animals scrape food off of hard surfaces. They can drill into a hard oyster shell because not only do they use their radula, but they make an enzyme that helps wear away and soften the shell, making it easier to drill into it. So if you had many of these snails in one place, it can destroy an entire oyster bed. We usually get a lot of questions when people find this on the beach. A lot of people just think of it as trash when it's not at all. It's what we refer to as a mermaid's necklace. This is actually the egg casing for a whelk, which is a giant sea snail. The eggs are laid in each capsule, and this is what we refer to as a capsule. And all of these capsules together forms a chain. One end of this chain will usually be buried in the sand on the sea floor. This anchors it down and it stops it from being washed away before the eggs hatch. In each capsule, there can be as many as 100 eggs and up to 40 capsules in a chain. That's a lot of babies. But if you happen to come across one that unfortunately washed ashore, take a close look. You may see miniature versions of the whelks inside like this. So this is the animal that uses the shell of other animals, hermit crabs. We see two different kinds here at Sunken Meadow. We see long-clawed hermit crabs and short-clawed hermit crabs. as hermit crabs grow, they need to find bigger shells to switch into. They're very picky about their shells, and it's not uncommon to see two hermit crabs fight for a chance to become the occupant of a shell that they find. They'll use just about any empty shell they can get their hands on, whether it be a shell from an oyster drill, a moon snail, or a whelk, they'll take it. Searching for shells while spending a day on the beach is everyone's favorite activity. Even when we aren't at a state park preserve, we like to encourage the saying, take only pictures, leave only footprints. Leaving a shell where it is might give a hermit crab a new home, or it may just be enjoyed by the next beachgoer looking around for shells. Stay tuned for more Marine Science Monday videos in the future. Thanks for watching!